This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
I want to also ask you about, Julian Bond. There's so many of our people that have transitioned from the civil rights generation. And do you have any thoughts to share about Julian Bond at all?
Well, when you think about Julian Bond, you have to look at him different. Remember, his daddy, probably the number one black institution in the early days, was Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. His daddy was the president of that.
Yes, sir.
So he didn't grow up listening to most of the crap that we hear at home. I mean, he's a well-educated man, understood Africa, understood world. He heard that growing up. You know, my daughter went to law school, and I said, well, let me just say something. You'll be in school with some Jewish students that their mother and father's fifth-generation lawyer. They heard stuff in the crib you're not going to hear till you get to law school. That was Julian. That's what Julian brought to the movement. And remember, Julian wasn't SCLC. Julian was SNCC.
Right.
And Julian and them came from a whole nother bag. And that's what we lost.
Well, do you recall DeArmond Bailey at all? Judge DeArmond Bailey, another activist from that day who was pivotal in the Civil Rights Museum being founded in Memphis. Do you have any?
Mm-hmm.
He passed away in July, too.
You hear what I said?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said who his daddy was. If your daddy was a brain surgeon, you grew up in a house.
Right.
Hearing that jogging. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us was in the civil rights movement, but we were first generation.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about his daddy was known all over the world.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm always talking about DeArmond Bailey. Are you familiar with him? Do you remember him? DeArmond Bailey?
Yeah.
You know, he passed away, too, in July. You know, Bill Clinton did his eulogy in Memphis, and he helped found the Civil Rights Museum. Do you have any recall about him at all? Do you have any?
No, I didn't know. I wouldn't have known Julian Bond had I not been in the movement. I mean,
yes, sir.
He wasn't in the movement out there.
Yes, sir.
Huh?